That's probably it. Stand the press commentary, then a quick breakout next door. That's some newspaper journalists. Anton? Welcome, Billy.
Yeah.
Hi Anna, nice to see you. First off, we'll just start with Trent Alexander-Arnold, if that's okay. Just wondering how he is and if he's going to miss any game time.
Yeah, he is going to miss the game tomorrow. So, and we have to see if he's able to play Sunday. But what we do know is that he's not available for tomorrow.
What kind of injuries is it? Thigh problem or?
Yeah, I think you saw that he left the pitch with a bit of a pain in his leg. So that's why he misses the game tomorrow. But he's already on the pitch, not with the team, but with the rehab coach. So let's see how long it's going to take, but he will not be available tomorrow.
Obviously, it's the first time we've spoken to you since the end of the transfer window, so I'm just wondering, it's another quiet one at Liverpool, so just wondering your thoughts on the window as a whole, and because I don't know many coaches that quite often say, I don't want any players during a window.
I don't know, but maybe there are not many managers that have such a good squad as I have. So I've said it many times, we have a very good squad, and if you look at the league table, I think the players have shown that the trust we have in them was correct, and we don't have, apart from Trent now maybe for a few days, but we don't have many injuries, not long-term injuries, in moments that the windows is opened. So we did have some injury problems with Alisson, with Jota, and with some others, but at the moment, I think apart from Trent, they're all available again today. So then there's not a reason to add something to the team unless you have a chance in the market. But yeah, that's something we saw last time with the goalkeeper we brought in, which is not here, but we did brought him in because we saw there's a chance in the market. But for now, we are happy with the team we have.
I just want to ask you about VAR. We know there have been discussions about semi-automated offsides coming in before the end of the season and referees announcing key decisions to the crowd from next season. Just want to know your thoughts on that.
For me, that's not necessary because I see when the referee makes a decision, I go 2 steps backwards and I see the live coverage of everything, but that's probably not available for every fan in the stadium. So if the fans like it and it's something nice for the fans, then let's do this. I wonder if we're all going to like this, but yeah. For me, it's not necessary, but if the fans really like it, let's continue with this. And let's see if they do, because the last time it happened, I was there. It was in the Spurs stadium. Yeah, that was so obvious. It was not really necessary to announce that it was offside. I think the one where we were all more interested in, why didn't he give the second yellow card? And that is something he didn't have to explain. But I think maybe if he would have explained and it was in disadvantage for the home team, then maybe there comes even more pressure on the referee. So I wonder if it's a good thing for the referee because he's already under a lot of pressure in every game from the home fans. And I think this him explaining if it's against the home team would even add more pressure in the next and the next and the next decision he has to make. But they always tell me they are very well trained for this, which I am certainly not, because if I have to blow my whistle during a training session, then I'm always like, okay, he's a bit frustrated, let's give him the free kick for the next time. But so I will probably not be a good referee. But yeah, that's my opinion about it.
That's that.
Mike?
Hi Arne, different game, different competition, different circumstances, but in terms of a reference point for the game against Tottenham, how valuable was that match against Bournemouth? Because it had a real cup-tie feel to it in terms of the ebb and flow of the game.
Yeah, but I think every game we play, every training session we have, we are trying to work on our habits. And what I mean with that is we have to do as much thing in the right way as we can, and every time after the session we have a post-match, after the game or the session we have a post-match meeting and we tell them what they did well and what they can improve. As a result of that, we are hoping that they're going to make steps during the season constantly to come as close as we can to the perfect game in the end of the season. So a game like this definitely helped, but it's the same Forest away or the same away against Brentford. We learn from every single game we play because every single game we are faced with different challenges, and the more challenges you face, the better you are ready for the next one.
It's kind of like half time in the tie after the 1-0 defeat at Tottenham. It's unusual for Liverpool to be behind in terms of since you took over this season. Do you have to prepare the players mentally for the game against Tottenham, the second leg, because it is different territory, and to go behind at Anfield, all of a sudden it becomes a really tall order, not impossible, but more difficult?
No, I don't think I have to prepare them differently than to any other game, because from now until the end of the season, and that's been already the whole season, and I think as long as Liverpool exists, if you play in this shirt, you need to win the game. That's for tomorrow, that's for Sunday, that's for Wednesday afterwards, and the game after that. So even if we go 1-0 down in the league or whatever tournament we are in, we try and want to win the game. That's also what we tried in the away game against Tottenham. I think we were quite close to get a result over there till the last few seconds. We were down to 10 and conceded a goal. But there's nothing changes for this game compared to all the others. If you wear this shirt, if you go out at Anfield, there's only one thing that is expected of you, and that's winning the game.
Thank you.
Carl?
On the unusual front, it's unusual for a two-legged tie to take place so far apart.
Yeah.
Does that make any sort of difference? Well, obviously, had a whole transfer window between the two games.
Yeah.
Usually they're back-to-back like we do. Does that make a difference or anything?
Yeah, and now you tell me, I'm like, yeah, you were right. Is this unusual for England as well, or is this usual in the League Cup?
It's unusual, I think, for this one. It's not used this far apart.
Okay. Yeah. Not that it matters a lot, but if you play 1 week later than normally, you face exactly the same team again. And now, with all the injuries Tottenham had last time we played them, would have been a bit more in our advantage if we played them 1 week later again. Although we lost against the ones that were fit that time. But indeed, they did brought in 3 players, I think. One of them was already there. The goalkeeper was already there in the window. So now we face two different ones. I wonder if Mickey van der Ven is ready to play. He of course has a big impact on that team. So yeah, it might change the quality we face tomorrow compared to the last time. But we were already not able to win from the team that played last time. So it's going to be a difficult one, which we know. If you reach the semi-final against Tottenham, you know it's going to be a difficult one. But I think we will be better than the last time as well.
With Trent being out, it gives an opportunity for Conor Bradley maybe to play. After his experience in Eindhoven, was that an important learning curve for him?
I played the game against Tottenham also back then. I just said it as well. I think every single game, every single training session has something to learn. Or if it isn't, then it wasn't a good training session I gave them, because I think you're trying to give them something where they can learn from every single session, every single game. And that is something I think we played in Eindhoven quite a good game if you take into account the team we've played with. So this team hardly ever played with each other. But we did concede 3 goals, and if I then take a closer look at those 3 goals, I don't even think we did much wrong, but only some small details, and that is something at the level like PSV or tomorrow. If you do a small detail wrong, you can concede a goal, and that's also something. The feedback we gave Conor, and he wasn't involved in every goal, but he was in one, in my opinion, where he didn't follow the overlap aggressive enough, and that led to I think the 3rd goal.
Hi Arne, you've spoken previously about your desire to get more goals and chances for your number 9s. In the last 6 games, the starting number 9s only had 4 shots on target from nearly 400 minutes. However, in those 6 games, you've also had a goal from Jota, 2 goals from Nunes of Brentford and 2 from Gakpo from that central position on the pitch. So are you happy for your central striker to be more of a facilitator, or are you still trying to get them more goals?
I will be happy if that player becomes both. So facilitator, nice word. I didn't know that one yet. And scoring goals himself. That's again what we want to achieve in the end. But I also saw the penalty from Cody where Lucio as a 9 played a part without even touching the ball. So he dragged the centre back out, which led to the fact that Cody was in a 1v1. And he made a deep run and got tripped, which led to the penalty. So, in the end, you want attackers, midfielders to score. We've spoken about our attacking midfielder as well. We need to get goals from many positions, including centre backs that can score from set pieces also. So that's what I just said. We are trying to work on the training ground and with the feedback we give them after the game to make the team better and better and better. And in the end, the number 9 should be a facilitator, like a winger, but a winger and a 9 should also score goals.
Thank you. Any last one for Will?
Just asked about the goalkeeper situation. I made his decision. Obviously, Queen is playing this competition a lot, plays Alisson in the first leg, so do you know what you can do there?
I know, but the 2 goalkeepers don't know yet. So if I'm going to leave this room, I'm going to go to the media next door, and then afterwards I'm going to inform the goalkeepers which decision I've made.
Just on your squad, you said it's only Trent out. That means you do have to leave players out your squad on the match day. As a manager, I guess that is the luxury you want, but how do you go about that news? Because obviously Chiesa and Gomez missed out at Bournemouth.
Yeah.
How do you deliver that and keep them upbeat to keep them going?
Yeah, that is one of the only things I don't understand here in England. So everywhere around the world and in Europe as well, when we play Champions League, we can take 23 players to the game. And we are here in a country where we play the most games, especially like the likes like Aston Villa, us, Arsenal, Chelsea, all the ones that are playing in Europe. And we have the League Cup over here and the FA Cup. So we play so many games. So if you are able to play all these games, you need a big squad. That seems to be fair to me. And then one of the things is so important for a manager. So to pick the first 11 is difficult, but to tell someone that he's not even in the squad makes it even harder. So I don't understand why we don't go to 23 in this country, because this country plays the most games everywhere around the world, and we only have 20 players that we can take to the game. So it's not for that game, because 9 substitutes are more than enough, but to keep the dressing room going. Because you need more than 20 players in this country because we play so many games. Do you then understand what I mean? Yeah. So it's not for this one game, it's more as a team like us or Arsenal, all the ones that play Europe, you need more than 20 players. So why can't we bring 23 players to the game instead of 20? But since it is the rule over here, that is probably going to be the most difficult decision I have to make for tomorrow, not the first 11. But to leave someone out that works so hard on a daily basis, that wants to be involved in the game as well, and not even taking him to the game, that's the hardest decision for me to make. Yeah.
Well done. Very good.
Thank you.